Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Judy Allen here, San Antonio, Texas, and today we're going to make a cute ornament, and it's easy to make and give to someone, or in addition to that, make one for yourself, or if you decide just to make one for yourself, right? But it's a season of giving, so let's think about that. So with that, let's go down the hands and let me show you what we're going to do, and we're going to do this, all right? Let's do this. Down to those hands. So here's what we're going to work with, okay? So I worked with this last week and you saw me. Or if you didn't, just check from last week's video. And what we're going to do is, this is what we showed last week, and we're going to use this, alright? So you can make many more and do whatever you want. So I've used this stamp set, is what we're using. And I'm also using this pretty cool embossing folder that embosses all these words. Alright, so that's what you're going to see. So here is the wooden ornament. And what we're going to do is, I've already pre-embossed this on, I'm trying to think of the color, it is Shaded Spruce. So you just have to decide which way you want it to go. I designed mine so it would go this way right here. So what we're going to do is we're just simply going to take glue. Now for those who do this, I always put my glue in something where it's standing up like this, and that way it's always ready for me. So here's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to make the horse, since I already made the horse, like I said last week. And you can go back and look at that video. So by the time you get through this, you got like about 4 projects that's coming free. It's a free class with a minimum purchase of $50 from the link that I've got there. That links to my Stampin' Up! Stuff and all, my store. And that's all you got to do, and this comes to you. So it's all pre-cut, right? You have to do all the assembly, and it's not made. It's all pre-cut. Alright, so I'm just going to put this right here and see how that's going to look. Oh, yes. So what we're going to do here is, all we're going to do now is we're going to trim this. Alright, so I've already put the back side on here. See if you can see that. That's foiled paper. Now I could have easily done red, right? But I didn't want to do red because red was on the horse. And all I'm going to do is take my scissors and we're going to trim around here. Alright? So if it's not perfect the first time, don't worry. Just go ahead and get it trimmed the first round. And it's always easy to come back and sit up there and perfect it to however you want to perfect it, okay? So the main thing is at least get it glued on. Yeah, so before you get crazy or anything else, just keep in mind you have to let the glue dry. For us that are into the need for speed, sometimes the glue doesn't dry as fast as we would like, right? So keep on going. Okay. So we're just going to work around this. So there's options, right? So we can either make the front all one color with a green. I'm going to do some accenting and all. But the rocking horse is just really cute and simple. So rocking horse can be an ornament by himself, which we showed last week. It was like an ornament within a card. So the whole card could have been an ornament. Just the horse could have been an ornament. Okay, so you see how that's shaping up? So again, we just want to finish trimming this out. So yes, this is wood underneath here. And you can get these at a craft store. Let's see here. Let me get that one little piece out. So yeah, just shoot. Now these are sharp pointy scissors, so these aren't like, as you can see, I can almost pull that out just by grabbing it. And you can, if you feel like you got to trim it off just a little bit more, smidgen here or there, then that's fine. That's all you need to do. And so that's all I'm doing here is I'm just coming around the corners here. So so it's easy to sit there and glue it, then flip it over and trim it off. In this particular case, right, I went into this, and this is what we're going to do right now. So in addition to this, hello Debbie. So what we're going to do with this here is we're going to just put this little rocking horse right here, and I'm going to leave it just like this, so it's going to be like this here when I give it to the person. Now I do have to leave a spot for Merry Christmas, so you have to decide whether you want the Merry Christmas at the top, or if you want to center this and put Merry Christmas at the bottom. Hello Lourdes, so good to see you and Debbie both. So let me know, do you want the Merry Christmas on top or at the bottom? Because I can go either way. And we're going to decorate a little bit here as well too. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp Merry Christmas. I also got some snowflakes here that I think would look very nice as well too. But we'll go ahead and get the Merry Christmas stamped. And I actually forgot my stamp set, so I'm going to use my ink spot from my paper pumpkin. So this is just something that's easy to do, right? Now in this case, I had the horse done in advance from last week. So all I have to do is add the horse. The horse could either be three-dimensional, sticking out like it is right now, which I planned on doing, or, right, or you could sit there and do it flat where it's not hanging out. You know, you have options. So yeah. So I'm just going to trim this off, and I'm going to add some ribbon, okay? We're going to add some ribbon and some bling. I can add wing castilla to the horse too. And I'm just going to trim this off here. So I have in some cases I actually put like Merry Christmas like right here on the bottom, which is a-okay for me, and you could trim it off if you wanted to. If I do that, do it with dimensionals, or the other option is putting it up here. But I didn't hear anybody comment, so I'm going to put mine down here at the bottom. If I don't like it, I can always change it, right? I can always change it. That's the thing. For me, if I don't like it, then I would just take it off and do it again. So there you go. Just makes it easy, right? So I'm just going to put this right here for the moment because I like it there. And we can add some bling. Then I'm going to take my rocking horse. For the moment, I am just going to use some glue dots. Only because if I change my mind, it'd be easier for me to move. If I'm happy with it, I'm going to keep with it, then I would just sit there and come back and put some adhesive, some glue, right? I just got the glue dot on me. So that's how easy that is to do, and I got my glue handy to do that. And I'm just going to put a few dots here. And I'll put one down here. And then I'm going to put some on the rocker as well too. So there you go. Yep, I'm just going to keep on going here. Oop, I just tore the paper off. I wasn't supposed to do that. Now that's not cool. Some people would say, as my daughter would say, no bueno. No bueno. So, don't quote me on that. Somebody asked me if I took Spanish or no Spanish. I know only basically what I learned in high school, which was moons ago. And my favorite one is un momento, por favor. And then I go find somebody that can speak Spanish, right? Fluently. I have enough to get by with very simple, basic things, and that's it. Alright, so I'm just going to center this right here. Now, like I said, you can either do it flat, it will look like that, or you can let it come out like this, and that's what it would look like with this here. Then all I'm going to do is we're going to add some ribbon. So Uncle John made the decision that this is the ribbon we're going to use. Alright, so the only thing with this is I would most probably I already made the bow just so I didn't have to make the bow live, but guess what? I'm going to make the bow live anyway, because if I'm going to wrap this around the top and make a bow, it makes it a lot easier. And that way, if you decide, and see, you could just actually just tie a knot if you wanted to, right? You could just tie a knot if you wanted to. But I'm not. I'm actually going to make a bow. And if I don't like it, right, I can go back to the knot. So that's whatever you want to do, right? It's your design. You're going to give it to someone, or you're going to put it on your own tree. Right? See, I need a little bit more ribbon. Alright. Let's just cut this for the moment, and we're going to pretend like we're just going to leave it like that. And then I can go and put a ribbon on top of it. Let me just do it like this so you can see. I need to do it more at an angle. So you can see that could just as easily be done like this, right? Ooh, I was going to put my tag on that too. Alright, so here would be if I just did just like this, right? Which that's just fine. You can fuss with it as much as you want, getting it turned around just the way you want it, and you can trip it and snip it as much as you want, right? And if I wanted to, I could snip it just a little bit more there. The one thing I was going to do that I forgot to do down there, but it's okay, too much is going on. I was going to see how that would look. I got these little pieces of stuff that I need to do something with. I'm going to do something with them. Okay? Alright, so let's go make that bow. See what we think. See what we think. My friend Pat Hoover, we always talk about how when we make bows, we need that extra, we need a little extra there so we can keep on and mess with it the way we want to. And that's true, right? Each of us is different on how we make our bows. You know, I make bows for Christmas trees, but they're different, right? So here's what I was doing. I was going to either put it here or here. Now see, for me, if I put the bow here, if I put the bow right here, which is fine, then I would just move this up, okay? So it goes together, it'll hang together, and it'll be just nice and coordinate together. Let's do that. Thing is, I can make these all day long. They're easy to make, they're easy to give, right? And if you were at a craft show, they most likely be easy to sell as well too. So I'm going to go ahead though with this, the bow here, I'm going to go ahead and put this on with some glue. Okay, because this is a pretty thick little bow. And I'm going to put a little glue there too. I have to tell you, I did some other stuff for some people. Somebody requested an order of some ornament, star ornaments, 3D, so the nativity scene, so I've been making those. So it does take just a moment for the glue to set. Okay, now you may say, what about the side? So I'm going to hold this as a turn side. So this is what the side is going to look like. So if you don't care for that, yeah, it's going to take a minute or two. Okay, so I think that's going to look just fine like that. So what I'm going to do here is we can add bling. I'm going to take this here, this green. It's called a Stampin' Blend, and it matches the paper. And you're going to see this. It's going to match the green. And all I'm going to do is come along the edge here and color this. And actually, on my other project I was working on, I actually just colored the edge of the paper too, because you see where it's white. So as I do this, I'm just making it all green. This on this side, you don't see the white as much, but it doesn't matter. The nice thing about this is you just come and color the edges just like this. And it'll take care of all the white. Just depends on how picky you are. And then when you get through, then you'll be finished, right? So I'm actually getting that to glue to hopefully set as I'm coloring. But see how nice that is? So that's going to really, see how that's going to match this really nice. And you can see from this side too, it's just going to blend really well. So the front side that I've got with the horses on, that is shaded spruce cardstock that has been embossed with the Christmas Tidings embossing folders. That's what I showed you. That's what I embossed it with. And this back paper is Shining Christmas, I believe is what it's called. It's got a lot of shine to it. Shimmer. Well, it's really not shimmer, it's shine. It's just like a foil type shine. I don't know if you can see it, but see how the light reflects off of it? It's because it's got that foil on there. So yeah, so all you're going to do is just come across and do it like this, and then when you get done, you're done, right? So it's just easy to do. It doesn't take a lot, and the wood really absorbs the color. So see, even if I come back, I don't have to wait for it to dry. I wait for the glue to dry, but I don't have to wait for the pen here to dry, and I don't have to worry about any issues. If I had put it on the glossy paper there, or if I had maybe put it on some vellum, it might take a moment or so to dry, but not here, directly here. Okay, for some reason that part, I'll have to come back. I'm not sure why it doesn't want to color, but it's okay. Okay, so see, you get the point. I don't have to do this at the moment for you, but you just come around. That's all you're doing. So that's just how easy. It takes more time for the glue to dry, right, and for the ribbon to make sure it's solid on there and doesn't move. But see how that is, and that's very easy. What I like about doing just a knot like we did here, how easy is it to go and do another knot, right? So let me do another knot for you. And you just, right, it's always, you get to decide what you want. It's your project. These little knots are easy to make. They're easy to slide off, right? So if you do them and you decide, I do not like it, or I'm tired of looking at it, fine. Just slide it off, right? If you want to change out the ribbon, just change it out. Okay, so I'm doing that again. So I got two of them. My bow still has not, if I had one of my alligator clips, I would put it on here to hold it still. Okay, so let me clip this off for you so you can see what it's going to look like. So I have one there. I have one here, so I might have to mess with it a little bit or turn it around. So it's right, that's how easy it is to just turn things around, do it the way you want, right? It's your gift. And I can tell you, when I make things like this, as much as I think I'm going to make them the same, they may be similar, but they always seem to be a little bit something different. Just a little bit of something, right? Maybe the bow's twisted a little differently. I don't know. Everything's we're not a machine, right? We are making a handmade, do-it-yourself gift. We are not a machine. We're not a manufacturing. We're somebody that's sitting in our home or wherever and making a gift for somebody. So keep that in mind. Sometimes people think we're supposed to look like something that was bought at the store. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of this stuff is all machine made, right? Okay, so the only thing I have to do is just do this. So you just have to have enough space here. I'm going to have to do that over again. But you just have to have enough space, right? So that you can sit there and put the hook on there and put it on the tree. Now, say for me, I would do this just backwards. So I'll go back and do that again. But I at least want to put a little bit of bling on here, okay? So my bling comes in the form of Wink of Stella, which I can put on the saddle easily, right? And anything I did, I can easily put it on the horse's tail, saddle, all the little stuff. And I can do it right here too. And the other thing is we can add that regular bling we add to anything else. So I have these are just the basic rhinestones. It gives its own sparkle and gleam. Look at that. See? And I'm going to sit there and take a couple of these, and we can scatter them around, right? It's just the holiday season. We're just getting a little sparkle. It's got enough sparkle on its own, right? But we're just going to add a little bit more. There we go. So, there we go. That's how simple it is. There is our Christmas ornament. Now see, when I come and color this with the green here, so you see a little bit of white there. Just as we come and color around like I did on the other side, just do the same thing here. Alright? Nobody's going to go up to your Christmas tree or your gift and inspect it 90 degrees there and tell you about it. Alright? So there you go. That's how simple it is to make a Christmas ornament or a gift for someone. So I hope you enjoyed that, right? Because it's all about creating, sharing, and giving. And this is the season in which we seem to do it most. All right? So go out there, create, share, and give. There's no reason why you can't. I hope you enjoy this. If you do, be sure to follow us here on Facebook. And also, we're out there on YouTube where the video will be posted. And we're also out there on Instagram. So with that, be blessed. Have an amazing week. And I look forward to seeing you next week on Keep It Simple or Step It Up. Bye.